Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review for The Walking Dead. This is the 13th episode, Bury Me Here, 7th season. I did not expect this to be a Morgan-centric episode. I thought this episode was going to be about Carol. I thought that, Carol was going to be the one that revolved around this episode. Like, somebody was going to, tell her, she was going to come out of hiding, she was going to whoop off on stuff. I did not expect to get Savage Morgan, Clear Morgan. Literally, I got to see Morgan just disintegrate. That's the best way I can put it, because as skewed as his ideology and methodology for what he believes and perceives to be right and wrong, like, that is what maintains his stability. That is what maintains him being him. That is not a savage. And it's like, in this episode, that whole thing was just done. It was done. Like, there was one moment where Morgan was like at that burial site and he had that knife to his hand. I was like, this man is acting. And it's like, it's funny because as much as like Morgan's kind of been behind the scenes, I forgot how method and how messed up Morgan really is. Like, this is the first episode I actually heard him mention his son's name. Shoot, man. Dude, that was, Morgan made the episode for me. I don't necessarily agree, like what he did to Richard. But I knew he was gonna do it. You know what I'm trying to say? I think that the delivery after the fact of kind of saying, oh, we get it. This is what you wanted to see, we get it. I was like, this man, his whole perception now just made everything kind of like clear. Like, he wasn't gonna be this catalyst or allowing this to be the thing that's going to put these people at war. They would have to make a real substantial choice themselves on both sides. And actually, looking more forward and seeing what Carol did, thankfully Carol was there, because, like, I don't know where Morgan would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least now he's at this house, and Carol went back into the camp. Now she knows everything. And it's just like, yo, this is about to be... It's about to go down. Like Morgan straight up is in savage mode. Carol is self-aware and more stable, which I thought she was going to break, but she didn't. She didn't break, which is so interesting about this episode is that, if they would have told her but beyond that point, she would have broke and just went out of character and not able to handle it. But she broke, but she didn't lose it, because she needed to be stable enough to keep Morgan there. And I thought that was like so interesting how they switched roles so evenly. Like, he kept everything in to preserve her. At a certain point, he didn't care anymore. Then he's like, oh yeah, you want to know everything? Here's everything. Feel what I'm feeling. He just did not give any regards to her emotions at all. He just needed to get it all out. I don't know, man. I thought it was a really good episode. I actually give this episode 9.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this episode. There wasn't a lot of, gore or anything like that. The whole Ben thing, it was very sad. But Lenny James as Morgan was a very complicated character that I love. You know what I'm saying? This episode made me rediscover how much I really do care about him. And dude, he is a weapon. I was sitting there thinking the whole entire time, like, Carol is the weapon. Carol is the weapon. But low-key, Morgan is a living weapon too. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Keep it locked. JVS ain't going to stop. Oh, stay tuned. My reaction's coming up later on tonight or tomorrow. Peace.